Hey everyone, and a massive welcome to the John Louis Memory School. Today we are going to tackle a classic chemistry challenge, memorizing the names and formulas of zinc minerals. And trust me, we're going to do it in a way you will never ever forget. Let's dive right in. So, I've got to ask you a question. Do you think a painter, a salty little snack, and a car with some seriously weird tires can teach you chemistry? I know, it sounds a bit ridiculous, but hang with me, because by the end of this, you'll see just how powerful a simple story can be. All right, it's time to meet the star of our show, painter Zinc. Now, you might be wondering, why a painter? Well, one of the biggest uses for zinc is galvanizing. That's basically coating iron to stop it from rusting. So it just kind of makes perfect sense to picture our hero, Zinc, as a painter. Ready to see what kind of trouble he gets into? Now that we've met our main character, it's time to follow him on his pretty eventful day. Welcome everyone to the adventures of Painter Zinc. Okay, so our story kicks off with Painter Zinc in his workshop. He's all set to mix up a fresh batch of paint. But, as you can probably guess, something is about to go very, very wrong. This is the scene of the deceptive paint. So here is where the magic really starts. Our painter, Zinc, is trying to blend a new paint. You see where this is going? Zinc. Blend. Zinc blend. But oh no, the paint fails. It spoils and it completely deceives him. And get this, here's a cool little fact. The other name for zinc blend is sphelerite, which actually comes from a Greek word that means deceptive. It's like the name was practically made for our story. Okay, so we've got the name down pat. But what about the chemical formula? I mean, why did this paint actually deceive him? What was the cause of this complete disaster? You're not going to believe it. It was a simple, clumsy mistake. Our poor painter Zinc just accidentally dropped a single S-shaped snack right into the mix. Just one. That's literally all it took to ruin the whole batch. I wonder what that S could possibly stand for. And that brings us to our full memory hook. Let's really lock this image into our brains. One painter named Zinc, that's our ZN, plus one S-shaped snack, that's our S, gives us the formula ZNS. So the key takeaway, zinc blend is ZNS. Pretty easy, right? All right, disaster number 1 is in the books. Let's see what happens next in our painter's day. It's the next morning, and our hero is up bright and early, ready for his next job. This is the morning rush. So our painter Zinc is up at the crack of dawn. And here's a neat little trick for you. The word calamine kind of sounds like call of the morning. So whenever you think of zinc in the morning, your brain will just jump straight to calamine. So what's his plan this morning? Well, first, our one zinc painter has to go paint his car. That gives us a C for carbon. Simple enough. Next, he goes to check his car's tires, and this is where it gets a little weird. He doesn't have normal tires. He's got 3 giant zero-shaped tires. That's 3 O's, or O3. What a strange car, huh? Let's put that all together now for our second big mental image. In the morning, for calamine, we have one zinc painter, ZN, who goes to his car, C, which has 3 zero tires, O3. And the formula? You got it, ZnCO3. See how this story just hands you the answer? After his whole morning adventure with that crazy car, Painter Zinc finally arrives at his job for the day. He pulls up, takes a look at the location, and just feels this awesome sense of pride. He gets out of his car with the 3 zero-shaped tires, looks around, and he just declares, "This is my site." And that right there is the key word. Zinc at his site. Zinc, site. Zincite. It's the simplest connection of the day, but it's just as powerful. So what's his big job at this site? Well, it couldn't be any easier. His only task for the entire day is to take out his brush and paint one single giant zero on a wall. And there you have it, our final mental image. Painter Zinc, ZN, is at his site for Zincite, and his whole job is to paint one zero, O. So the formula for Zincite is, you guessed it, simply ZNO. And boom, that's it. So the story is fun, right? It's definitely memorable. But you might be sitting there thinking, wait a minute, why are all the formulas so simple? It seems a little too easy. Well, there's some really cool science behind the story, and understanding it is the key to really making this stick. Okay, so here is the secret sauce. This is the crucial point. The zinc ion is unbelievably stable. In its compounds, it always has a positive charge of +2. Every single time. It doesn't jump around like some other metals. This rock-solid +2 charge is the real secret to why our story works so well. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. Just look at this. The sulfide ion in zinc blend, it has a -2 charge. The carbonate ion in calamine, it's got a -2 charge. And the oxide ion in zincsite, yep, a -2 charge. In every single one of these cases, zinc's +2 charge is perfectly balanced by the other ion's -2 charge. They just cancel each other out, which is why we only need one of each. And that gives us those super simple one-to-one formulas. The story was hiding the science all along.
Okay, you've heard the story, you've seen the science, now it's the moment of truth. It is time to prove to yourself that this actually worked. Get ready for a rapid-fire quiz. Let's see what you've learned.
First question. Think fast. What was that mineral from the morning story? Our painter woke up early? It sounded like call of the morning. What was it?
Yes, it's calamine. And the formula, remember? 1 zinc, his car, and the 30 tires. ZnCO3. You totally got it.
All right, next one. What about that first story? The paint that went so wrong? The one that deceived him? What was its formula? Come on, remember what he dropped in it? That's it. It was zinc blend. And he dropped that one S-shaped snack in it, which gives us the formula ZNS. Fantastic job. You know, I've got to give a massive thank you to Memory Grandmaster John Lewis, who is the absolute genius behind these incredible visualization techniques. And of course, a huge thank you to you for joining us and putting in the work to learn this stuff. We really hope you had as much fun as we did. So now it's your turn to be the storyteller. Let's say our painter Zinc finds a rusty old iron beam. That's Fe. What kind of memory story could you come up with to remember one of its minerals, like, say, hematite or magnetite? Get creative, drop your best story ideas in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next explainer from the John Louis Memory School.